Alright, good morning everyone. So today I was planning on going Christmas shopping, but we have a running light slash headlight that is out. I'm trying to replace it. And this is on a 2008 Chevy Suburban. So I had no idea how to do it because, first of all, I'm not a mechanic. I don't claim to be. Second of all, any bulb I've ever changed, especially on a headlight, is pretty cut and dry. This one, not so much. So I'm going to show you what I've done, and then I realized after the fact how to fix it. So let me go and show you what not to do. So this plate kind of sits in here like this. So what I did is I took it out, thinking that, I could get to the bulb, which is right behind here. This is on the driver's side, by the way. I figured I could just pull all this, the windshield wiper reservoir out and everything, and then I had to take all these bolts on the side out, which is not easy to get to. You see how big my hand is versus this hole. Then I still couldn't get it out. So what did I do next? So what I did next was go to YouTube. So I'm going to say this right here, right now. Okay, for anybody who's working on vehicles, before you should do it, you should maybe say, I wonder if that's on YouTube, because if I'd have done that, I would have saved myself almost 35 minutes doing this crap. So I'm getting ready to put all this stuff back together, that little plate I showed you and all that jazz. And this is all you have to do. So this, I believe, is good from 2007 all the way to 2013. I'm thinking. So from what I've researched, that's what I've seen. 2007, 2013, this is good on all that. So let me show you what all you have to do easily and be done with it. Alright, so all you have to do is take out this bolt right here, that bolt right there. These are 10mm bolts, okay? Don't use your impact. I had the impact on for the battery compartment thing, so don't use the impact. Use your sockets and wrenches. Then you have to come down to your side of your wheel here. There's a bolt that goes right here, which is 7mm. Take that out. Then you got to pop these tabs off, which I have never had good luck with those tabs. As you see, I broke mine, and I really don't care. What I'm going to do is take a self-tapper, because this is all metal, and I'm just going to run a self-tapper in there and take a Sharpie and make it black, or a spray paint, what have you. That way I can always get it back out when need be, okay? You got to peel this flap down. Then you got to get in there to that bolt right there. Okay, that is a temp. Sorry the camera's in an angle, but this is a big camera, and I can't get it in there any better. All you have to do is unloosen that bolt right there, the one that let me zoom in on it if I can. That's the bolt. Unloosen it, as you can see, it looks like a kind of like a U. You unloosen it and everything should slide right out. We're going to see here in just a second. Okay, so I had to take all these bolts out across the front of your grill here, okay? I took them out all the way to here. I left that one in. I really only could have probably just took 4 out and been done with it, because all you have to do is peel this back just enough to get this so you can get your hand in there. Now if you've got a big hand like I do, it's going to be hard to get in there, but you see I got it out. So what I did, so you don't get confused, is I turned mine looking at this like I'm looking at it, like you're looking down straight at it, clockwise. So if you're staring down at it from the front of your vehicle, you're going to hold your left hand in there like I did, and I turned mine clockwise. So cut and dry, just pull it out and we'll change it and we'll see what happens. Remember, you don't want to touch a halogen bulb. This one's fine because it's dead anyway, but the new one, because you don't want your finger grease from it to heat up and blow your bulb. Alright, so not sure if you can tell or not, but you see the filament in there, how it's missing in the middle? Definitely burned out. Alright, these are the ones I'm putting here, Extra Vision. These are H11s. This is from my vehicle. I would still just check to make sure that this is what you need for yours, just because, I mean, it only takes a second to look. Alright, I'm going to put it in there. Remember, do not touch the glass on the new ones, because your fingers have grease on it, even though you don't think it does, because mine doesn't look like it do. And they will eventually burn out. All halogens the exact same way. Don't touch them. I'll show you how to put it in. Alright, here's the new one. You see the spring, or the filament, looks all intact. Okay, so I have not touched the glass at all. You can touch the plastic and the metal all you want to. Just try not to touch the glass. Let's go ahead and put this unit in, guys. Alright, she is in. Alright, it's pretty easy. Now if you think you've touched a bulb, don't freak out and say, oh my gosh, what am I going to do, what am I going to do? Best thing to do is while you have everything loose here, go ahead and run it for a few minutes, make sure everything's good, because it should take very long if it's going to pop. So, alright, let's go ahead and turn it on, see what happens. Alright, she's burning, thank goodness. Alright, little brighter than that one, looks like. Of course, you probably can't tell the camera, but alright guys, that's as easy as it is. And it's been running for about 3 minutes, so I think we're pretty good. I think I actually brushed it with the heel of my hand, but I think it's okay. Alright guys, so as you see, the piece that I told you should have just loosened up is still loosened up. I actually broke mine. So mine did not come out, mine broke off. So you may want to, mine's brittle apparently, so you may just want to back that screw all the way out, just to be on the safe side. Unfortunately, it is what it is, and I can't do anything about it now, unless I replace the whole kit and caboodle, which I'm not going to do, because I'll show you here in a second how it's pretty safe still. Alright, so here is the lens all done and everything, and you can see you have to really pry up to pull it up, and it only moves it a little bit anyway. And the wind's going to be hitting it this way anyway, so it's not going to do anything. Shouldn't flap around. If it does, then I'll replace it. But I recommend go ahead and undoing that screw. I put all the screws back in the grill. Everything went back like normal. Always make sure you put every screw back, especially if you took one out. Alright guys, so after you make sure everything is good and tight, all your bolts are done, always make sure that you pick up anything that you might have left there. Give yourself a second look, because I almost shut the hood on my flashlight. That would have sucked. So some things to take away from this project. A couple things are, first of all, when you take your bolts out, make sure you know which ones are which, because some of the bolts actually are longer than others, and you don't want to put a long one and a short one, a short one and a long one, because that could cause problems. And I've learned that the hard way from years of doing very, very minimum maintenance on vehicles. So second of all, you want to make sure that you try to loosen all your bolts and don't break them off like I did, unfortunately. But you know, sometimes you know, it's just brittle, and the heat gets to it, and you know, depending on what driving conditions you have. Second of all, don't ever wear a white shirt to do any maintenance on a vehicle, because you will probably wear some of the dirt from your vehicle or grease or whatever. Never fails. And don't wear your good pants. So my wife just told me. Also, make sure that you try not to touch the halogen bulbs as best as you can. I mean, like, it's not the end of the world if you do. Like I said, you know, you saw mine, it worked, but you just don't want to put a lot of grease on it if you can help it, okay? Check YouTube to make sure that there's not a video already on the project you're working on, because chances are there probably is. Thank goodness there is, because I was racking my brain. I mean, when I opened the manual and it says contact a dealer to change headlights, really? I mean, that's pretty common. Anybody can do that as long as you know, apply yourself. So anyway, I had to watch YouTube figure it out, so I made my own video on how to do it and how not to do it. Okay guys, and yeah. Alright guys, I am by no means any mechanic, so just keep that in mind, and if I can do it, you can do it. Guys, if you like what you see, like and subscribe. God bless, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a great day. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.